Since today is a very quick presentation, we only have 10 minutes and 10 tips for SEO-friendly redesign, I'll go ahead and jump right in. The first tip we have is run a benchmark report. You can't know if you're doing a good job keeping your SEO if you don't have a report saying where you're currently at. So what we suggest you do is run Rank Checker, which is a free tool that you can use to see where you're currently standing on the search engines for your particular keywords. We also suggest that you run an inbound link count report, and you can do that using the free tool Yahoo Site Explorer. I've gone ahead and put the links up here. Don't worry about copying them down. Like Renee said, we will be sending you a copy of today's slides and the presentation recording. We also suggest that you look at your current analytics. If you have the free Google Analytics, take a look and see how your organic search volume is before your redesign. Also, check out your webmaster tools. Both Google and Bing have their own webmaster tools, and you can get a sense for how the search bots are currently searching and indexing your site. Tip number 2 is have open communication with all of the parties involved. And this is going to start from the beginning. You want everybody involved because it's easier to do it at the beginning of a redesign than when you've already started the redesign. If you have an SEO department or an agency, you want to make sure that they're involved with the marketing department who will go ahead and be creating the ad copy. So you want to make sure that the right keywords are put within that copy. You also want to work with your designers to make sure that they're using the right technology for the new site. And you also want to have contact with your IT department because they are typically the ones involved heavily with the redesign, putting up the site, and making sure everything is in place. So again, it's easier to do it before you do the redesign than after you get started. Tip number 3, evaluate your technologies and program them accordingly. Just want to remind you all that the search engine bots cannot read Flash or JavaScript, so you need to use those technologies wisely. If you do use Flash or JavaScript, make sure that you're using no script tags so that you can tell the search bot what text is actually shown within those languages. Here's a quick example. One of our clients, National Geographic, had the Douglas Fir Show website up. And as you can see, you have a nice, cute dog with the JavaScript turned on. However, when we took JavaScript and turned it off on our browser, so this is exactly what you would see if you were the search engine bot, you would just see fur. So you're losing the links that are shown as well as the pictures. And you want to make sure that the search bots can actually follow the links within the navigation, as you can see within JavaScript. One way to do this is using those no script tags. Tip number 4, leave the old and new sites up when changing IP addresses. So when this would happen, you're typically changing servers. What you'd want to do is leave both servers up simultaneously for approximately 2 to 4 weeks so that the search bots can come recrawl your site and find out where the new location of the site is. This kind of serves as your change of address notification to the search engine. Especially with Google, Google really follows IP addresses. So if they go to your IP address and try to crawl your site and it's not there, they'll assume that you've actually taken the site down completely, and you have a very strong possibility of losing these rankings. So we obviously don't want to do that. Leave your site up for 2 to 4 weeks just to be safe. Tip number 5, you'd like to implement those 301 redirects when you're changing file names. Implementing these 301 permanent redirects, it tells the bot where the information has been relocated to. You want to implement these 301 redirects for file name changes as well as for pages that you're removing from the site completely. One, you're going to retain some of the link juice that the page had previously. What I mean there is you'll have the links pointing from one site to that particular page, and it'll redirect over to the new page. Also, you want to keep in mind your searcher's experience as well. For example, if they bookmarked your page previously that no longer exists, then you want to make sure that they're redirected automatically to the new content. And again, these 301 redirects are permanent redirects versus a 302 redirect, which is a temporary redirect. Tip number 6, choose the right content management system. So when you're choosing a CMS, make sure that you can create a unique title tag, meta tag, and meta description tag for each page. A lot of CMSs do not allow this, so you want to make sure that the one that you go with can. Tip number 7, incorporate CSS in an SEO-friendly manner. Style sheets are great. They make web design very consistent and easy, but you want to make sure that you're using the appropriate H tags. H1, H2, etc. tags tell the search box what's important on that page. With the CSS tag named headline, that really means nothing to the box. So you want to make sure that you're still emphasizing what's important on that page. Tip number 8, consider using subdomains versus subdirectories when appropriate. So I know this is going to stir up a lot of controversy between the whole subdomain and subdirectory site, but what we suggest doing subdomains because it actually allows you to have more than 2 listings for a single search, which equals more visibility and has more potential to gain that click from the searchers. We recommend using subdomains for blog. For example, we use blog.search-mojo versus www.search-mojo.com/blog, which indicates a directory. This way we can have the blog show up as well as the site for a search result on Search Mojo. Other companies that might help that a subdirectory would be appropriate for might be a large organization. For example, a university that has many schools within it. Business.university.edu. Therefore, you can have the business site rank up there as well as the main university site. Another example would be for a hospital that has many different departments, oncology.hospital.org. Tip number 9, repurpose the SEO you've already done. You don't want to waste time recreating the wheel, of course. So make sure that you're incorporating the keyword phrases that you've already chosen for SEO into the new ad copy. Make sure that you're using title tags, meta tags, all these different things that you've already optimized for on the previous site, and incorporate it as much as possible onto the new site. And our final tip for today, as we close down on our 10 minutes, is monitor your rankings. Now that the new site is live, now what? What do you do? Well, you're going to refer back to that benchmark report, and we suggest running rankings daily using the rank checker tool for about 2 weeks. This will help you determine how your rankings are being affected by the site redesign. Are they moving up? Are they at least staying the same? And hopefully they're not dropping, because if they're dropping, that means that the 301 redirects may not be in place, or perhaps your server has been taken down that you've switched from. So if everything looks kosher, everything's up, go ahead and take your other site down, your old site down, and you should be good and be able to retain those rankings. And as a final note, here's my information and Renee Rivettas. Again, my name is Avalyn Austin. I'm the sales consultant here at Search Mojo, and Renee is the social media specialist. You can find our email addresses here, and of course, follow us on Twitter. Thank you all for attending, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.